So in the second round of the draft, the Baltimore Ravens selected pass rusher edge Mike Green out of Marshall. And this was a very controversial pick for the Baltimore Ravens for a lot of different reasons, and we're getting ready to talk about them shortly. Before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and leave a like on the video so you can stay up to date with everything going down with our Baltimore Ravens. So, Eric DeCosta, once again, his patience, it paid off because it's almost like the Baltimore Ravens had 2 first-round picks in this draft because they selected 2 first-round players. Mike Green, he was talked about as being one of the best edge guys in this class, being one of the best pass rushers in this draft. I mean, 17 sacks, like that's... You don't get that from luck. You don't get that from being sorry. You don't get that from, oh, yeah, he's just all right. No, no, no. 17 sacks is real deal. And 22 and a half or 23 tackles for loss, just amazing numbers, crazy numbers. And that's a beautiful thing because that's production. And that's something that y'all know me. I've been saying it all offseason. Ravens, we knew they were going to draft a pass rusher. Was it going to be in the first? Was it going to be in the second? They got it in the second. But I wanted to make sure they got somebody who produced. Not somebody who was a project. Not somebody who wasn't NFL ready. Not somebody where it's like, oh, well, we'll coach them up and they could hopefully get... No, somebody who's ready right here, right now. And then you pair him who's productive again. 17 seconds is crazy. But you pair him with Dr. Rush too. Oof. It can really get nasty. But in a good way for the Baltimore Ravens defense. So I'm looking forward to that. When I was on with Bobby on the vault earlier tonight, well, it'll be last night by the time you see in this video, but when I was on with him and he had Quadri Ishmael on, and Quadri made a really good point about Mike Green that can benefit the Baltimore Ravens. He said the Ravens, they really need a closer at pass rush. And I said, that's a really, really good point. Because the Ravens, they were, top 3 or top 4 in sacks last year. They got a bunch of sacks last year. They did. But in my opinion, their pass rush was it was weird. It was deceiving. Because sometimes it'd be hot. Other times it would get real, real quiet. And I know Kyle Vanoy, he did make a really good point. He talked about it on Twitter. He said that we were coached, depending on what player we were going against, what quarterback, what team, and whatnot, we were coached to do different things. And basically what he was saying is that you don't pass rush every single quarterback the same. Sometimes you're coached just to contain them, keep them in the pocket. Sometimes you're coached to do just different things on ways to attack them. So I thought, okay, I didn't think about that, but that makes a lot of sense. But I just felt like the pass rush, it could have been better. It could have been more consistent. And it was just very up and down. It was wavy. But with Mike Green, what Quadri Ishmael was talking about tonight is that he can help be that closer. And I was thinking, oh man, that is a beautiful thing. And with Mike Green, he gives you somebody that obviously, and John Harbaugh said it in the presser. He said, oh yeah, he's going to come in right away and make an impact right away. And I do thoroughly believe that for sure. Now, something else that Harbaugh and really Eric DeCosta was asked about in the presser were the allegations against Mike Green. And I did really appreciate the media for asking those questions. They didn't shy away from it. They asked question after question after question. And it did seem like Eric DeCosta was getting a little bothered by the question. It seemed like he was getting a little annoyed from the question. It seemed like that to me. But anyway, he did answer it. He talked about how, yeah, he knows about the allegations, and that the Ravens did all of their homework on Mike Green. He said they did their own investigation. He said they got the best scouts in the world, and their scouts. He said they talked to Mike Green at length. He said they talked to a lot of different people around the schools and whatnot, and he said they did their homework, basically. And that's why it made them comfortable taking Mike Green. Now, it does have a lot of fans thinking and wondering, like, hold up, while it is just allegations, and allegations are allegations, the Baltimore Ravens, they have also continued to talk about that they have a zero-tolerance policy. So a lot of people have been questioning that, like, how zero-tolerance is that policy if you're selecting Mike Green. But Mike Green, I believe it was at the Combine, he said that he continued to deny all the allegations. Because the first one, he said, happened in high school in Virginia, and the second one happened at college when he was at Virginia. He said nobody even really talked to him about it. Said nobody really questioned him about it. He said he just got accused of the stuff, and that was that. The coach, before he transferred to Marshall, the coach had just said, "Oh, Mike Green is not active on his team anymore. He never really got into anything." But then Mike Green ended up hitting the transfer portal, and he went to Marshall. So, hey, that's that. So I don't even really know what to say about it, all the off-field stuff, as far as the Ravens. Because and one of the reasons why the Ravens, they are getting grilled on this draft pick. Obviously, on the field, Mike Green, amazing player, baller, and he contribute in a big way. But I think the biggest reason the Baltimore Ravens are getting like grilled by the media, by fans on this pick, is not only because they say they have the zero tolerance policy, but it's also because they have a current situation right now with Justin Tucker. And with that situation, and it's still unresolved. But with that situation going, and it's accusations as well. Again, accusations, boy, they are powerful. Accusations are very, very powerful. But with that investigation still going on, with that and everything that we've heard up to this point, a lot of people are like, hold up, how could you draft him when you still got all this going on with Justin Tucker? You said you were zero tolerance, and so that's why. So I get all the questioning why the Baltimore Ravens drafted him. I get all of that. It's just I don't know. I don't know. But as far as on the field, when we get back to that, this could help the Baltimore Ravens defense a lot. A whole lot. We always talk about how a pass rush, they make everybody's job a whole lot easier. Everybody. And when you bring on somebody like that, like this is somebody who's good for right here, right now, but also for the future. Because remember, a lot of question marks. After this year, our pass rush could look brand new the season after this one. Brand new. Adolphe Wade, 5th-year option. Are Ravens going to sign into a contract extension? To be determined. Right now, if I had to guess, right now, no. But things could change. Things could definitely change. Kyle Vanoy, last year his contract, another year older. How long is he going to keep playing? We don't know. So he's here this year, but next year, things could change. David Ajabo, former second-round pick, hasn't lived up to expectations. Has been overall disappointing to this point. I know he's dealt with injuries and whatnot, and then there's been a lack of playing time here and there. But what's going to happen with him? Is he even going to be on the roster this season? It's to be determined. But after this season, I don't think so. But we'll see. Adisa Isaac, question mark. We don't know much about him because we haven't seen him much. Tavius Robinson, he's been solid, really good against the run, and been a solid pass rusher when he's got his opportunities. But right now, his role has just been to be a good backup, which he is, like Tavius Robinson a lot. But so again, you see why this pick it makes sense on the field. So Mike Green is going to get plenty of opportunities as well. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to play. He's going to get plenty of snaps because he does not have much competition that he's going against. He doesn't have much, cause obviously Adolphe Wade going to be a starter, and Kyle Vanoy as well. But after that, it's like, no, yeah, Mike Green is definitely going to be on the field a lot, and this is what I know I personally wanted from the Baltimore Ravens. Again, with a pass rusher, get a guy who's a game wrecker. A game wrecker. 17 sacks is wrecking a lot of It really is, man. It really is. So I'm excited to see how this goes. It's like with the draft. It's like the Ravens, they draft these players, and then you like, oh, okay, hey, when we going to get to see him on the field? But we got to wait a little while. We got to wait a little while. So we at the end of April now. So we got about 3 months and change, 3.5 months, whatnot. So we getting there. We getting there slowly, but surely. So again, good pick. again, patience paid off. Because again, Mike Green just kept. Was he dropping because of the allegations? You got to think so. You got to think that was the reason why he was dropping. But again, Eric DeCosta said they did their due diligence, they did their homework, they did their research, and they said they felt comfortable picking him. So Ravens got it. So team, keep it clean. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a like on the video, and also turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single update on our favorite football team. We out.